Hello, my friends. I'm back in the yarn room with a tutorial for you.
Crochet gummy worm bag clip, fast and easy market make stocking stuffer.
Hi, how are y'all? It's me, Angie, with the yarn room, and I have a nice little craft for you. Perfect for the holiday season. If you have a craft market, will be a nice seller. Doesn't take long to make, and I think easy to sell. Or if you just want it for your kids, grandkids, stocking stuffers, it's a perfect little gummy worm keychains. Isn't that just so adorable? I'm going to show you how to make them. Oh, how about earrings? We can make earrings. I would wear them. Let's go make these. Okay, these are the things we are going to need for our little project. I am going to use the 6mm hook. You'll need scissors, of course, and we need one of these bendable hair rollers. I bought these at the Dollar Tree. It has a wire in there, and you can just bend it however you want. I know that some people had it to where they didn't take off these edges here. Not edges, but the little caps. But they're really secured on here, and I am going to leave it on there, I believe. I may add some glue in here to make sure that they kind of stay. As a matter of fact, I will just move my glue gun over here now and turn it on, so in case I need it. And then, and there we go. Now, what kind of gummy worms? Let's see. I think yellow and this green, or the yellow and the pink. Which colors do you think? I think I'm going to do the yellow and the blue. No, I like pink. I like green. What color do you think? How about these two colors? 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 Kind of think I'm going to liking those. But it's too bluey. Green. Okay, we're going to do this pink and the green. This is chenille yarn from the Dollar Tree. And I need to find the center, or maybe not. This one is called Mint. And this one is called Pink. Oh, wow. Okay, so I've never made this before. I just saw it on someone's YouTube channel, and I thought, you know what, I want to try to make that, and I don't want to copy their pattern or whatever. So I'm just going to wing it. Let's see what we have to do, people. Do you think that I think this is a good one, a good size to use. It says, what size hook does it recommend? Okay, this is a 6 bulky. I don't know. Does it even give you what you think you should use? Okay. Let's start with the pink. And I also have these little clips here. I wasn't sure what color I was going to use, but look, I ended up picking one of those colors. But I'm going to take this off here. And just set these aside here. And then this, and that way I could just pull it from the outside. Where is this? I know it's here somewhere. Okay. Okay, these are the two I'm using there. Alrighty, let's start with the pink. Alrighty, where is the end? Oh, look at that. Okay. Alrighty. So I think that let's try 6 in a magic ring, 6 single crochets. So I chain 3, and then in that first chain, I use that as my magic ring. And I put in 6 single crochets. And while I'm working on this, I work around my tail. So that's 1, That's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And now I pull that tail to close it off. And I go into my first. It's kind of difficult to see with chenille. Kind of just feel around and go into the right spot. And then I close it with a slip stitch. So we have 6 here. I'm going to tighten this up just a little bit more. And I'm going to do, let me see. Should I just go ahead and do 1 single crochet in each one? Okay, so I chain 1 like I usually do. I go into the first chain, the first stitch. That's 1. So I should do 6. So 6 might be our magic number with this size 6 hook. Where is it on there? Yeah. So 6 is our number for this. So if you need to remember where your first stitches, use a marker. It does make your life a lot easier. So let's see, where was that first one? Right here. So that's 3. That's 4. 5. 6. And then we close it off into that first stitch, which I might never have found with this particular kind of yarn if I hadn't put the marker in it. I don't dare take out the marker until I put my hook through there. I slip stitch it closed. Alrighty, take your marker out. Now, let me see how that fits in there. I think that's perfect. All right. So we want to work this color halfway and then our next color halfway up the top, all the way up to the top from halfway down. So now we're on row 2. Chain 1. And we're just going to continue 6 crochets. So there's our first stitch right here. Put your stitch marker in. I need it because it's harder to see with the chenille where your first stitch is. That's 2, 3, 4, 5. Kind of just winging it here, people. Let's see, 6. Alrighty. And if that's 6, then I need to go ahead and close it up. And we'll just continue all the way halfway up. Let's see how it looks. If it's in there, I think it's kind of nice. Alrighty. Now we're going to slip stitch. We already slip stitch into this first stitch. I'm going to chain 1 like I usually do to start the next row. Put my finger in here so I can see where the center is. And that way I can work on it. It gets a little easier after it gets a little longer. Single crochet. So I'm going to meet you halfway up the roller. So this is row 4. Am I right? No, row 3, sorry. I don't know how many rows I made already. It's hard to tell here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, 4. 4. And I forgot to put my stitch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I forgot to put my stitch marker. I'm going to go back because I really do want to make a habit of it. All right. So 1 stitch marker. Hello, doggies. 2 6, and then now I connect into that first stitch, a slip stitch, take my marker out, chain 1, stick my finger in there and make sure it's still looking good. Look at that, it has a hole at the bottom, and I think it's because I need to pull that tail a little tighter. I don't want to pull it too hard because it'll break, and I think maybe when I put the thing in there I'm going to glue it maybe a little bit. Okay, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, this is 5, row 5, 1 stitch marker, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's kind of like you can't even see the stitches. You kind of just have to feel your way through. Unless it's just me that I can't see anything. Oh, thank you for coming out. Chain 1, single crochet, put it back into that first stitch. Really going to help with this type of yarn because it's hard to see. Okay, we're doing single crochets and we're just going to go halfway up. So I will see y'all there and I'll tell you how many rows I did. Do you remember how many rows was on here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is that right? I'm going to redo it and go all the way back to 1. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then you go into that first one there. Single crochet, slip stitch, I mean. Okay, take it out. We need to go about right there. Okay, slips, chain 1, single crochet, add my stitch marker into that first stitch. This is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then we slip stitch into that first one. If it wasn't for this marker, I would be confused and I would totally be making extra stitches in here. Chain 1, single crochet, mark that first stitch. Okay, so I'm thinking this is green in here. I wonder if you'll see that green in here. But how many more rows? We had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is 8. So that's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Go into that first stitch, slip stitch it, chain 1, and then we will single crochet into that first stitch. mark it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and this is 9. Okay, so I am going to stop here at 8. I'm going to take that out, and we are going to end here. I'm going to leave a longish tail. I'm going to pull it out, and we can put that inside there. Now, if we did 8 rows here, rounds, we're going to do 8 rounds of the green, or whatever color you choose. Oh, where are we going to find the end to this one? Here we go, people. Always a state of confusion. Alrighty, there's that. Okay. And I think I'm going to start in a different area. I'll start right here. You can kind of see your stitches. And I'm going to fasten on the way I usually fasten on, this way. And that is a chain, considered chain 1. We're going to single crochet into that one. That's our first stitch. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6. Go into that first one. Slip stitch to where that marker is. Chain 1. Single crochet into that same spot. Add your marker. That's 2. That's 3. That's 4. That's 5. This is 6. And then we chain, remove our marker, we single crochet into that first stitch. It's just the same thing, round and round and round. So this is a very easy project. You can make tons of these, sell them at your market. That's 2. That's 3. That's 4. That's 5. And that's 6. And just get the colors of the your gummy worms. Replace your marker into that first stitch. Let's count our rows. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and this is the last one. So let's go ahead and pull this out a little bit, and let's test it real quick. Let's see if it goes in there pretty good. And how does it look? Is it the right size? Did I make it the right size? Oh, it's so nice and plush. Oh yeah, that's gonna be perfect. I think I'm gonna put some glue in here. Like I'll stick my nozzle in here and glue it. It's not meant for babies. Has wire in it. That's 4. That's 5. And that's 6. Now, I'm not going to decrease in here because I'm going to just leave a long tail, and I'm going to sew it closed. And we've pulled our tail, and we left a long tail there. Now we can take this off and put it there. And now, before we do that, the holes are a little large, so I am going to be able to stick my nozzle in here and put some glue at the bottom and just kind of press it closed. Don't smash it too much. You still want it to look soft. And you can kind of see the little thing in there, but that's okay. And now I want to go ahead and glue this down also. I'll press it down just a little bit. It's my husband knocking on the window. I told him I'm videoing. Huh? He thinks it's funny that he can see me from outside. He's out there with the dogs. I think he finished the front yard. Okay, so now here, I'm just going to, like if I closed off a circle when we were doing the amigurumis, you just go on the outside loops and you just stitch all the way around till you get back to the front. And then you kind of just cinch it. And there you go, you have the end. And now, still with this long tail, you can add this little hook. I bought these on Amazon. I'll try to put a little link down to these. Let's see. Do we want to use that, or do we want to use the contrasting color? What do you think? I think I'm just going to use the color that kind of goes with it. Alrighty, so going to be easy peasy. You just put it through that little loop that is in there, and you're just going to sew back and forth. And make sure that it's not twisted. Do you hear my birds over there? I mean, I'm way over here on the other side of the house. You can still hear those dang birds. Okay. And we're just going to sew them however you want to sew them. So 8 rounds for each color. And here I'm going to go ahead and stick my little nozzle in there and shoot some little glue in there and just kind of let it adhere to that. I don't have to press too much. And then now with this, I'm just going to work this in here somewhere and hide it within the color. I'll go down once and I'll work it up again. And then I will cut it. Whoops. There we go. Okay, we'll cut that and it'll just hide in there. It'll hide in there. It doesn't look like anything, does it? Until we do this. It's a gummy worm. A gummy worm. What do you think about that, guys? Does that look like a little gummy worm candy? Easy to make. You can price it really low, whatever price you want, and people will buy this, because if there's people that come by and do not want to purchase big things, or they have a lot of kids and they want to buy them each something, you could sell this for $5, $3, whatever you're comfortable. I paid $1.25 and I didn't even use hardly any of that. $1.25 for a pack of like 6 of the rollers. And this is inexpensive. I will look at the price there, but so just not even like 25, so it's 75. I would say $1 you spent on this, and then the rest would be your labor. So $3 to $5. And then if you put eyes on them, you can charge a little bit more, but you know, then they can just hang these on their backpack. And I think the kids will know what it is. It's a gummy worm. Okay, guys, there you go. Let's make these. Let's sell these. I bet you. I have never sold these before, but I think that they will be a good seller. I don't like that these holes are really big here, so I am going to probably use a half double crochet to make it a little thicker. Maybe I'll do half doubles. So let's make another one, and I will let you know what I do. Okay, so this one I made 9 rounds of each color instead of just 8 to give it a more plushy feel to it. And then we will close this up with sewing it up as we did the first one. To cut that. Okay, so I have this little precision glue gun. I just stick it in here and put some glue in there at the top. And I think I'll just press that down to the top of that one. And then so here's the bottom. I'll find a little hole right here. Stick my nozzle in there and then just shoot some glue in there. And just kind of barely. That way it adheres to the bottom and the top. And it keeps it, and it still keeps it soft, and it doesn't let it stretch out. Let's see, let's push that in. Oh, that's so cute. And then we gotta bend it. These gummy worms. And the kids can have fun bending it however they want. I think I like this one because it feels more plush. This one is nice too because it's snug. It's all your preference. So 6 single crochets, 8 rounds, 8 rounds. 6 half double crochets in 9 rounds and 9 rounds. I prefer this one. It looks a little thicker and a little bit more plushy. And I think that this is the way I'm going to go.